They say that violence is the last refuge of the incompetent, and it seems that is true in spades these days as the violent rhetoric of leftist progressives. It is clearly getting out of hand, and sadly it is likely to only get worse. In this day and age, there seems to be little point in a discussion when most have not been taught how to think, only merely what to think. Talking points are recited verbatim and facts do not seem to matter. Nothing is sacred, and nothing is off limits. Children are routinely attacked and mistreated by the very people that claim the entire source of their anger is due to unwarranted attacks and the mistreatment of children. Pat Dussault is a Canadian comedy writer with a Hollywood resume, and he apparently thinks threatening 4-year-old little girls with kidnapping and violence is a grand plan. Dussault took to Twitter to channel his inner Peter Fonda and threatened the daughter of Donald Trump Jr. and the granddaughter of President Donald Trump. Dussault sent out what any rational person would consider an alarming tweet, declaring to the entire interwebs he and others were coming for the little girl next. Don't worry, the internet is forever at Pat Dussault CC at secretservicepic.twitter.com Konapib, Regulus Messias, at Regulus Messias, June 20, 2018 trending, breaking, Trump just unleashed hell on man who came after him last night, use all means possible in the ensuing backlash. Dussault not only deleted the tweet, but he took his entire Twitter profile down. It seems his mouth, or in this case, his fingers wrote checks he was not willing to personally cash. I guess it is different when the violence is directed against him, such as the case with bullies. This threat comes directly on the heels of vile and disgusting tweets sent from Fonda. The actor called for the kidnapping of President Trump's youngest son, 12-year-old Barron. As if that were not quite far enough, the Easy Rider star then took it a step further to put him in a cage with pedophiles. Fonda's full and despicable tweet stated, "We should rip Barron Trump from his mother's arms and put him in a cage with pedophiles and see if mother will stand up against the giant she is married to." 90 million people in the streets on the same weekend in the country. Pat Dussault not only wished abduction and molestation on a 12-year boy and 5-year-old girl, he wished DH on the President of the United States of America. He also solicited DH, by any means, on the President's policy advisor. Does your writer also speak for you? Pic. Twitter.com 7xhfi5knb3 BUSTERBO 2016 at BUSTERBO 2016, June 21, 2018. Shortly after he issued his repugnant tweet and threat, the office of the First Lady Melania Trump informed the Secret Service of Fonda's insane Twitter meltdown. The tweet is sick and irresponsible, and us has been notified, Stephanie Grisham, spokesperson for the First Lady, told the Daily Caller. What are you going to do about Pat Dussault? Pic.twitter.com's Rascal Smith, feral female, at feral female, June 20, 2018. Fonda also deleted his tweet and then publicly apologized, if one wants to call it that, for his vile Twitter tirade, where he publicly advocated for the kidnapping, an ultimate violation of a 12-year-old boy, all for the crime of being born into a family with whom he politically and ideologically disagrees. Fonda also called for the Aryan degradation of both White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders and the kidnapping of her 3 children, as well as a similar sentiment expressed towards Secretary of Homeland Security Kirstjen Nielsen. Fonda tweeted, "Kirstjen Nielsen is a lying gash that should be put in a cage and poked at by passers-by." If Peter Fonda was a Republican, his career would be over by now, and all shows he is associated with would be cancelled and movies pulled. Instead, he will just say he was joking, offer a fake apology, and then continue his sick bigotry. This is what we call liberal privilege. Charlie Kirk at CHARLIVKIRK11, June 21, 2018. Fonda's disgusting verbal diarrhea, as well as that of Dussault, were cheered on by other members of their violent gang of Hollywood imbeciles prior to being removed. I find it hard to believe that such people can harbor such hatred for women and children that have done nothing to them, people they do not even know, all in the name of saving other children supposedly separated from their family as they illegally cross the border. Peter Fonda, at I Am Fonda, remains verified even after advocating the kidnapping and RE of the president's 11-year-old son Sarah Sanders' children to be kidnapped. Sec. Nielsen to be caged naked and RD in public while being filmed. Here is also Twitter's hate speech policy. Pic. Twitter.com CBUU7s Benny at Benejensen, June 21, 2018. I tweeted something highly inappropriate and vulgar about the president and his family in response to the devastating images I was seeing on television, Fonda said in a statement late Wednesday. Like many Americans, I am very impassioned and distraught over the situation with children separated from their families at the border, but I went way too far. It was wrong, and I should not have done it. I immediately regretted it and sincerely apologize to the family for what I said and any hurt my words have caused. It's time for a vigorous, proactive Secret Service response to kidnap and RE threats against the 12-year-old child of the POTUS. This simply cannot be tolerated. Were this the number of Obama's children, the perpetrator would rightfully have been arrested. https://t.co/7LD1LKIYDO James Woods at RealJamesWoods, June 21, 2018. Then there is the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey. A guy that apologized for any possible offense it caused the LGBTQ community, all for the despicable crime of eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich during Pride. Yet this same thin-skinned person seems to go radio silent in response to an actor threatening at a 12-year-old child and a writer threatening a 4-year-old child via tweet, making Twitter complicit and in tacit agreement. I guess all that rhetoric about number metu and number times up, and if you see something, say something were just words, and that Hollywood hypocrisy was on full display with Dorsey as a fully complicit participant in the events. What was that? Hypocrisy? Yeah, yours is hanging out. Yo, you might want to tuck that back in.